and one reason could be that these 12 players have been kept together throughout the recent good run. The only exception being Craig Norrie's restoration at number 9 for the suspended Billy Whitehurst. The upsurge in form has also coincided with Nick Dease's switch to the middle of defence. The Welsh international striker has adapted quickly to his new role. Bradford City, who are unbeaten in 5 league games, will go to the top of the 4th division, provided they're not beaten today. They're unchanged again, and their success this season can be traced to the fact that 5 of their squad, Sess Pod, Billy Ingham, Peter Jackson, Bobby Campbell and David McNiven, have played in every league and cup game. Jackson in particular will be keen to maintain one record today. Despite being a defender, he's scored in each of the last 3 games, and with talk of the club wanting to re-sign their former centre-half Joe Cook, he'll want to put in an impressive performance today. A big smile from referee Ken Redfern of Whitley Bay, who wanted to get the match on as much as anyone. And this Hull City's first visit to Valley Parade for 21 years in a league game. Bradford City playing in their usual colours of white and claret, and of course Hull City in those famous black and amber stripes. Oh, awkward bounce there for McNiven. A bit of singing going on for City. I'm told there's a group of Manchester United supporters here as well who were on their way to Ipswich, and that match was called off and came to Valley Parade instead. So if you hear roars of United, United, you'll know why. Good long throw that time, and it's going to make some distance and finds McNiven in fact. There's a smaller man who should be able to turn, but runs the ball out. And it's a corner kick. I thought the ball might have crossed the goal line first, but in fact, well, the linesman was right on the spot. Corner kick given. So the corner taken by Gallagher. A long floater. Jackson going up, and the whistle has gone. Well, Peter Jackson loving those forays. As I say, he's scored in the last 3 games. And looks like getting double figures this season. It's Dale Roberts who got there first. And Dease's pass goes straight into the Bradford City bench. Now McNiven getting the throw. Well, David McNiven just checking his footwear. He's wearing one of those sort of pimply boots. They're called Astro something. And, everybody seems to wear Astro boots these days. Long throw by Gary Watson. Oh, and a back header which almost misfired. Well, neither side has really got hold of the game as yet, and neither goalkeeper therefore troubled. Perhaps they will be now as the ball comes into the whole penalty area. And a push in the back on Deasy by Pod. Steve McLaren's free kick, again Pod very much in the thick of it, and again he's penalised. There you can see Sess Pod scampering back into his penalty area. And a good run from Mutri as well, from the free kick by McLaren. Might still get the cross in. Has to sweep it back for McLaren, who could try one, and a good effort, the first of the match so far from Steve McLaren. Keen to get on the mark. He's got 3 goals already this season. And this is the first real opening of the game, and Les Mutri keeps possession very well indeed, turns it back to McLaren. The first thing on his mind is to let fly, and he wasn't far away. McNeil's header, picked up by Watson, who was unable to keep his feet, I think. We'll be kind to him there. Well, there is the Hull City bench. Mike Smith is the one in the middle with the flat cap, and Cyril Lee on his right. And of course, was at Ipswich Town before moving up to Humberside. Marwood. Working his cross well. Oh, and a good one too. DC. Oh, beautiful little back flick, and that is a superb goal. A super goal by Gareth Roberts. That is an excellent goal, and Hull City take the lead. Brian Marwood did ever so well out on the flank to start with because he kept possession, managed to get in the left foot cross, but just look now as Les Mutri flicks the ball back into the path of Gareth Roberts, who strikes it so cleanly. Gareth Roberts' 5th goal of the season. So Hull City keep up their record of having scored in every away league game this season. Only Northampton Town in the 4th division share that distinction. Nicely worked again. The Hull really do look quite penetrating, and there's the cross, and it's a good one. Ramsbottom takes the catch. And a good sensible throw too to set Gallagher going. Booth's in hot pursuit. And now McNiven back for Gallagher. Pod needs to get it onto his left foot. And there's Staniforth. Campbell's up there too. And away from Nick Deasy. Jackson now lending his weight to the attack. Pod back for Jackson. Could try one. Has to thread it through instead. I'd have been more advised to have a crack. And in the end it's safely enough to Tony Norman. That's Peter Jackson, local born lad. He's had quite a good season so far. Well, I do assure you this is Bradford and not Lapland. Dacey and Swan getting in a bit of a muddle. And giving it away to Ellis, who can exploit this sort of situation. Ellis inside the penalty area. And the header! Oh, Campbell! Well, that really sums up Bobby Campbell at the moment. He can't get a ball in the net. And he's gone 10 games without a goal, and that just shows. So Gary Swan is just trying to clear the ball, and he gives the pass away, and it's Mark Ellis in very quickly, who pounces on it, gets round his man. And Bobby Campbell's already taken up an intelligent position, and as the cross comes in, Campbell gets in a thundering header, and so unlucky. There'll be one or two agitated looks in there. They're not used to being behind at home. Now McLaren almost worked it through for Mutri. Campbell had a free header. There's Pod stuck to his task well and took the ball away from Norrie. Now Staniforth. It's the cross in, and McLaren got the head there first. Ingham, McNiven's onside. Could be a chance for Gallagher. Squares it across, and what good work by Deasy. Well, the ball was from Staniforth. He puts in the left-footed cross, and McLaren gets his head to it, but as Ingham challenges, the ball falls beyond McNiven, and there's Gallagher's cross, and didn't Deasy do well to get it away? Gallagher with a corner, and a good one. Oh, and what a superb catch by Tony Norman. That was as good as anything we've seen this afternoon. To McNiven. Using the right flank by way of a change. He'll find it hard going round there. It still gets the cross in, and the corner is conceded by Booth. So a ripple of support in the Bradford ranks. They could do with a goal before half-time to get back into this one. And it's Gallagher with the corner. Good long deep one as well. Campbell's header, oh, magnificent header, and a fine save to match it. Well, Campbell really soared, but Norman equal to it. And you'll see as Gallagher's cross comes over, it's Campbell soaring above everybody, a good firm header and a fingertip save. Free kick for Bradford. And in fact, referee Redfern wants a word with Brian Marwood. Well, Mr. Redfern has to keep strict control on anything in these conditions, and he's just deciding to have a word with Marwood. Heads on hands in the Bradford box, and they do look serious. Campbell to try one, didn't get a clean connection. Here's Staniforth, and oh, you won't come closer than that. Well, David Staniforth scored last Sunday, and he came close to another one. From the free kick taken there, the ball hoisted into the heart of the penalty area, and as it falls, Campbell tries to get the first shot in, Staniforth follows up, and that's how close he was. You can have it back. Now McNiven, bit of space for him this time. McNeil trying to close him down, and there's an appeal for a handball. After all that, all they get is a goal kick. So 5 minutes to half-time as that ball cannoned back off Ellis and Bradford get a throw. Well taken on his knee by Campbell, who's waiting for support. He does hold the ball exceedingly well and finds Pod, sprinting up. Gallagher. And a good cross too, and there surely the goal. Oh, it's Campbell who couldn't direct it this time. Well, Cesspod made good ground, fed Barry Gallagher, and as the cross comes in, I think Bobby Campbell will curse the fact that he didn't get a better header on that one. Oh, it was well won in fact by DC, but it didn't break kindly for him. Here's Campbell. Bradford still very much on the attack as Gallagher gets in a good-looking cross. Campbell's at the far post, but Niven going for it. And it was Dale Roberts behind him. In fact, the referee gives a goal kick. And David Staniforth just expressing his amazement. Well, the cross coming over, Cesspod fed Gallagher on the right wing, and just a moment's hesitation, then Gallagher hits the cross. A long deep one, so the keeper couldn't come for it. Staniforth down, and I thought it was the whole defender who got the ball away. The referee said it was McNiven. So Hull very content to sit on this one-goal lead. Staniforth and Gallagher as we go into injury time. Long throw from Pod. Staniforth got it well to it. It might still ball bounce kindly for Bradford. Here's Campbell inside the box. To stay inside it too. Tries to turn Dale Roberts. And eventually gets a cross in, which is away from McLaren. Here's Jackson. And way off target. Peter Jackson flicking the snout of his hair as he picks himself off his feet. As though Bradford are going to go in, a goal down. So, as we go into a minute of injury time, referee Redfern blows his whistle, and it's Bradford City 0, Hull City 1, and the only goal scored there by Gareth Roberts, the smallest man on the field, but it really came after excellent approach work by Marwood and by Mutry. So, Hull here at half-time at Valley Parade, leading